It is not the strongest of the species that survive, nor the most intelligent, but the one most responsive to change. Ignorance more frequently begets confidence than does knowledge. A man who dares to waste 1 hour of time has not discovered the value of life. The love for all living creatures is the most noble attribute of man. In the long history of humankind and animal kind, to those who learned to collaborate and improvise most effectively have prevailed. It is not the strongest of the species that survive, nor the most intelligent, but the one most responsive to change. We must, however, acknowledge, as it seems to me, that man, with all his noble qualities, still bears in his bodily frame the indelible stamp of his lowly origin. A scientific man ought to have no wishes, no affections, a mere heart of stone. The very essence of instinct is that it's followed independently of reason. It is those who adapt to change who will survive. The highest possible stage in moral culture is when we recognize that we ought to control our thoughts. A moral being is one who is capable of reflecting on his past actions and their motives, of approving of some and disapproving of others. An American monkey, after getting drunk on brandy, would never touch it again, and thus is much wiser than most men. Man selects only for his own good, nature only for that of the being which she tends. There is no fundamental difference between man and the higher mammals in their mental faculties. We can allow satellites, planets, suns, universe, nay, whole systems of universes to be governed by laws, but the smallest insect we wish to be created at once by special act. The very essence of instinct is that it's followed independently of reason. Intelligence is based on how efficient a species became at doing the things they need to survive. I love fools' experiments. I am always making them. The mystery of the beginning of all things is insoluble by us, and I for one must be content to remain an agnostic. These quotes capture the essence of Charles Darwin's thoughts on evolution, science, and the human condition.